then like one of my close friends dying just like
Reality.
flipped my whole point of view of like, okay, this is not something I want to. I've known, a good handful of other people who I went to treatment with or met in sober living that have passed away.
Atomic Souls Podcast.
What clicked for you despite like the environment not being perfect?
So one of the people that I gotten super close to at the Arbor, people in the recovery space might have known her. Her name was Kennedy Arentz. She and I were really close and like had been through like sobriety and relapse and sobriety together, and like she had relapsed maybe a couple more times than me, but yeah, she passed away of a heroin overdose. And
Sorry.
really, that was brutal. That just like ripped my heart out, and I just was like hit with like the reality of like, I don't know, I think I had felt before like, like I'm young, and so like I still have like good partying years like ahead of me. I don't need to worry about this. I don't need to deal with anything until I'm like older. And I felt like being in treatment with people who were always older than me like made me like reinforce that. No one ever said like, oh, you're like too young to get sober.
Yeah.
Like, but I felt like people expected me to fail, but that was probably like my own self-perception.
Yeah.
But then like one of my close friends dying just
Reality.
like flipped my whole point of view of like, okay, this is not something I want to. There's so much. And like I've known, a good handful of other people who I went to treatment with or met in sober living that have passed away. I'm sure, we all have. There's just so much death.
Yeah.
There really is so much death. And it's just.
Yeah, and it's that age bracket as well. You kind of come out of teenage years feeling invincible and like nothing can hurt you. And then in our 20s, 30s, people start passing away, and the reality of like life and how fleeting it is becomes very apparent. And so it sounds like you took that and learned from it. It's like, oh, yep, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. And like, like I said, there were, some other people that I knew who also like OD'd and died, and like, the reality of it all like hit me. And then it's pretty dark, but also just feeling like my entire life was like so consumed by fresh addicts and like people relapsing and people dying. I was like, I need to be somewhere where people are like not doing that. And
if you hang around the newcomers, that tends to happen. And so if you can get out of that cycle and find more stable people, it can be super helpful.
Definitely. I ended up finding my recovery community that I still am like these are like my people, like my family, through Kava. And like,
That's great.
Some people might like, I don't know. I don't think AA is very like accepting of having, a substance that is changing the way you feel. Like that's kind of the antithesis.
We'll get clients that have like prescribed meds that they're taking as prescribed, and they still feel like ostracized from or like shameful for going to a 12-step meeting, but they want to. And it's sad because they feel like an outsider because it's so like turn or burn and very much black and white.
I don't want to shit on AA like
it does
too
work.
much because because obviously I have like people in my life who that was like integral to their recovery. My boyfriend is an alcoholic, and he's been sober for a hot minute through like he did AA and now like our recovery community is Kava. I do think I feel like a lot of us had some kind of foundation of like treatment and or AA based like early recovery. It was like, I don't know, maybe like 6 months. That's not a long time, but like maybe like 6 months before I like found my Kava community.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of addicts who drink Kava, but that's their like one thing.
Yeah.
So
it's like harm reduction. There's less, you said, addictive capabilities.
Yeah. And like, I don't know a lot of people who are like drinking Kava and then relapsing. I just haven't seen that. And I've been drinking Kava for like 2 or 3 years now, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
The people I've known to do Kava would relapse typically on weed or Delta, because it seems like that community, it can tend to have like kind of a hippy dippy vibe. And
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
Or
totally.
like trip on acid occasionally. So yeah, it was like more of the hippy dippy kind of drugs that if they did relapse on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could totally see that. I don't know. I do feel like weed is, maybe a lot more of a drug than Kava is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's people don't realize how addicting it is and how it can impair you. And yeah, it's funny to see people argue online about like kratom and weed, and they're like fighting to the death. I'm like, you just sound like you're addicted to it. Like that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
It's not helping you. You're just addicted to it. Maybe there are benefits. Yeah, like you're numbing out every day, all day. But
yeah, you can absolutely use Kava as like a vice of like, oh my God, I had a hard day. Work was so stressful. I need to like physically force myself to relax. I've definitely been there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not perfect, you know?
Yeah. You're not going to wake up the next day like craving it.
No. Yeah. And yeah, you're not going to overdose. You're not going to have a tolerance. If you stop drinking Kava after drinking it for multiple years, literally nothing will happen.
Wow.
And I also know like our Kava recovery sort of community, a lot of us have taken like several weeks long breaks and things whenever we feel like we need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's expensive too. Sometimes I'm like, damn, drugs were cheaper. No, really, like, I don't know. You just like, you can only extract so much cavalactones in water. So I feel like the amount of liquid you have to drink is like kind of a lot compared to something like alcohol.
Yeah. To like feel the effects. Yeah. Interesting.
And it can't be concentrated like alcohol?
There are Kava concentrates. Like there's like cavalactone isolates. A lot of those I feel like don't really work for me or feel bad. They don't feel good.
Overly
I don't know.
Aggressive.
It's too much.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's either like too much or it's like I feel nothing. And like also like as a chemist, it's like they're not always formulated in a way that's super bioavailable. So like if you can't absorb the drug, you're not going to feel it.
Purpose?
Maybe it will just make you feel like kind of sick.